This episode of Third Generation in the Field is brought to you by Antler King, bigger bucks, healthier deer. Insane Archery, capture the hunt. Whispering Pines Lodge, St. Germain, Wisconsin. River Bottom Bloodhounds. And Bully's Game Calls. In this episode of Third Generation in the Field, we're going to get back over to Juneau County and fight off the bugs in the heat Memorial Day weekend. And we're going to get Bubba back on trail and do some training sessions so he's all ready and primed and ready to go for this upcoming fall. Then we're going to head to Wausau, Wisconsin. We're going to join pro staffer Jim Huber on a tradition that he has been doing with his buddies for years on end. And we're going to join him in some Northwoods crappie fishing. Sit back, and it's the next best thing to being in the boat with Jim. Enjoy. Alright everybody, welcome to Third Generation in the Field. We're up in Juneau County. It's Memorial Day weekend. You guys probably haven't seen this guy in a while. We haven't got him on film, but you guys all know Bubba. He's up to about 85 pounds now, and he's a tracking machine. We got a simulated shot site that we put back in the woods here that we're going to go out and we're going to actually got a spot where a shot location. We're going to actually walk them to the spot and then get them on the blood. We drug a deer leg this time. We've been doing stuff with liver and things, you know, really potent. So we're going to see how he does just on the deer leg drag today. We're with our buddy Harold here from up in Juneau County. Harold owns the property you've seen in the last video. He let us hunt and turkey hunt out there down here with the kids. And Harold's going to help us do a little tracking tonight. So follow us out here in the woods and let's see how we do. Let's see how Bubba does. You ready to go get him, boy? Yeah. Alright everybody, we're learning a lot as we've been training Bubba this whole spring and heading into summer here. And one thing we've learned, one of the most important things, is that when we get into the field and Bubba's in his harness that he only uses for tracking and he's got his lead on that he only uses for tracking, he is the absolute boss. He wants to run, we run. We head after him and just hang on for the ride and go for a ride. As you see, when we start approaching here, he's going to come in and he starts sniffing along this birch log, and we're getting real close to the simulated shot site, and he can actually smell that. And when he actually finds the site and he gets on it, you'll see his tail will curl up and his nose will go down and he'll get in a regular gant and he'll just take off after it. It was kind of hard for us to videotape this. Randy running after us with the video camera through the weeds and everything, and you know, I really don't want to correct Bubba when we're doing this to slow him down for video purposes. This whole track only took about 2.5 to 3 minutes, and we missed out on about a minute of it because Bubba just took off and he did an excellent job. He never got turned around and never really gave the cameraman enough time to get in front of him, and I guess that's inexperience on our part. But he did go the whole 200 to 300 yards. It was only dragging a deer leg. We didn't have any blood down, just a deer leg that was unthawed. We had it frozen and drug it through the woods and got to it. So he did really good on that, went right to it like clockwork. We're going up this next weekend here, and we're going to actually lay one out. We're going to try to lay out a 1,000-yard track, so we'll see how that goes. Hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully we'll be able to bring longer and better segments of Bubba, but he is on fire and we're not going to lose any deer this fall. Alright guys, you just seen Bubba did an absolute flawless track. 85 degrees Memorial Day weekend. We didn't lay a whole lot of blood, just drug that deer leg. You can see he wants it. His tail's going. This bug is meant to do this. Well, we've been tracking and training, a lot of training coming from Third Generation. Next week, Ethan gets to go down and do his Kentucky National ASA shoot. We're excited about that. So Ethan's been training, Bubba's been training, a lot of stuff. Can't wait for this fall. We're going to bring you some awesome pictures. That was fun, huh, Harold?
Yeah, that's great.
We got Harold with us. Me and him are both out of breath chasing after him. This guy, he doesn't even miss a beat. He's only half size. I think I told everybody, well, I don't think I told you in the beginning, but he just turned 5 months. 85 pounds in 5 months. Tracking machine. Coming from Third Generation. Thanks for joining us, guys. Okay, everybody, now we're heading to the Great Northwoods in northern Wisconsin, along with Jim Huber and a couple of his buddies on a spring crappie fishing trip that they do year after year. It's great to have a tradition like this, and it's a great way to cure that winter cabin fever, getting out on the open water right away in spring and catching the big silver-sided crappies. Northern Wisconsin has got tons of them. You just know how to fish them like Jim and his buddies here, and you can be in for a weekend of a lifetime.
Hi folks, welcome to Third Generations in the Field. Today's Friday, May 4th, and I'm really excited about today. Not only am I on vacation today, but I'm heading up north for the season opener of Wisconsin fishing with my good friends Kurt Schleicher and Steve McGrecky. We're heading northeastern part of Wisconsin for the opener. This is one of my favorite trips of the season. We're in search of black gold, big slab crappies. Now we're not sure what to expect this year. Ice went out early. We've had a crazy spring, up and down temperatures, up and down water temperatures. We just got through a couple inches of rain this week. A cold front pushed in today. Tomorrow they're forecasting a low pressure system to move in, and on top of all that, we got a full moon. But like I said, it's my favorite time of the year. Good friends, good food. We're gonna have a lot of laughs. We're gonna take you out in the boat with us, and we're going to slip into some of our target areas. In the past few years, we have had some phenomenal success there. We're talking 13, 14, 15-inch slab crappies. And we're going to play a little game with you. It's called Hide the Bobber. So come on with us, join us on this trip. It's going to be a blast. Hey folks, we're back. We made it up to northern Wisconsin. Steve McGrecky, Kurt Schleicher. We're going to head out and do a little pre-fish this afternoon. See if they're in our spots from last year. Now I'm going to take the camera over. I'm going to turn it over to Kurt and Steve, and they're going to give a little introduction as to what type of gear we're going to use, what type of method, depths, baits, things like that. This really is a very simple method of fishing, slip bobber and a minnow. I mean, you can't get much better than that. You don't need a whole lot of money to do this. We picked up some minnows, some crawlers. We got an assortment of poles and jigs and everything, and they're going to give an introduction as to how we're going to attack this back in our secret spots here. So let me turn it over to Steve and Kurt.
Hi, I'm Steve McGrecky. This is Kurt Schleicher. We're up on the Three Lakes chain in northern Wisconsin. We're going to go out and do a little crappie fishing this afternoon. Try to locate the fish from last year. It was an early spring this year, so we're not sure they're going to be in the same location. We'll be fishing probably 12 to 14 feet of water. Slip bobbers with small jigs, crappie minnows, also slip bobbers with a pinky. It's just a small jig with a white hair on it, and we'll be trolling those through different parts of the water column just to see where the fish are, and we may have to move into some shallow water.
And also the jigs we're going to use is a special jig. It's actually got a gold hook. It's a 32-ounce jig, and that's something I personally paint them. So we got our own, put a special touch on our jigs, and that's how we play the game, Hide the Bobber.
Let's go fishing, boys!
Yeah!
So here we are, opening morning. Tactics have changed from yesterday to today. Fishing is very tough today. We get a few like this, fish a spot, they spook, and we gotta move. Drop anchor and do the same thing. Steve McGreckey, again, folks.
Again.
It's one of these big slabber crappies up here in northern Wisconsin. Now look at that.
The guide.
Alright everybody, as you can see, these guys did exactly what they said they were going to do. They got up into the Northwoods opening weekend of fishing season in northern Wisconsin, and they got into the slab crappies and they played hide the bobber. I gotta say that I had many memories of this when I was a kid too, and if any of you have ever had the experience of getting up in the spring and going after these slab crappies in the Northwoods when they're in the shallow waters, it's a time like you've never had, and they sure do taste good in the frying pan too. These guys, most importantly, have kept their tradition alive. These guys get together every year, get out and spend quality time with each other, and as Jim said, it's one of his favorite trips of the year. Just being with his buddies, talking about old times, eating good food, and just spending good quality time in Mother Nature and enjoying everything that this great, wonderful state of Wisconsin has to offer. And that goes for any state. We all have the same kind of situations where we have these memories and things that we've created and traditions that we've created, and the most important thing is just you're going to be able to pass this on down to the younger generation, and these guys sure seem to be having a great time and a great tradition. Alright everybody, hope you enjoyed this episode. These guys catching a lot of fish here, and I know Steve Johnson, you're probably getting pretty excited there looking at the picture here, seeing that these guys are wearing Bowtech hats. I know that gets you pretty excited, but hey, these guys did a great job. We appreciate Jim and his buddies bringing this footage to us, and Jim's been working hard up in the Northwoods, and I just want to say from the whole third generation team, thanks for watching us on a monthly basis, and we're going to take a little time off here for a summer break. We got some archery shoots, we got Deer Fest, we got a lot of things going on, family vacations, things like that. So the month of July, we're going to be taking off, and we will be bringing you our next episode August 1st. So the month of July we're taking off. The next episode will be coming out August 1st, and we hope you guys have a great summer, catch some fish, write some stories, and get in there and tell us how your deer scouting's coming along, and maybe even get all prepared and get ready for that early goose season that comes at the end of August. We sure have a lot of fun bringing this stuff to you, and we look forward to this fall, hopefully getting some good kills. We sure know that we have a great team assembled here at Third Generation, a lot more help than we had last year going in, and we got an awesome pro staff that's all geared up with all the right cameras and all the right equipment. So from the whole Third Generation team, thank you for watching, and we sure hope you guys have a great summer, and we'll talk to you in a month.